I really want to say Zine Shrine because it rhymes, but I say it in my head like that. Hello all you zine fiends out there, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Bree and I love zines. Today I want to show you guys how I display and store all of my zines because Outly asked me to. This is me just inviting you into my weird little world of zines and showing you different ways that you can store and display them. This is not me saying you must store and display them this way, but anyway, this is 7 ways to store and display your zines. The main way that I store all of my zines are in these clear shoe bins that I get from a Japanese dollar store called Daiso. There's no rhyme or reason to how I put zines in here. It's pretty random, but when it comes to my personal master copies, I separate them in a little bag, and a master copy is just the original zine that you make. You usually don't want to give these master copies away because they're like the blueprint of your zine, and they're usually really messy and raw, especially if you hand make your zines like I tend to do. Plus, you always want an original to fall back on when you need to make more copies of your zines. What I like about these bins is that they're clear and stackable, so if I store them in my closet and want to pull out a certain zine, I can see right through the bin a little bit so I don't have to ravage through a bunch of boxes, you know? And the fact that they're stackable helps me keep them organized and neat. They are also really easy to transport, so if I ever have to move all of these bins, that will be easy to do because they have these little handles. Another way that I keep my zines is I display them above my TV in my living room. This is what I call my Zine Shrine. I really want to say Zine Shrine because it rhymes, but I say it in my head like that. This shrine specifically displays most of the zines you guys send to my PO box. It also contains zine trades, zine gifts, or gifts people have made for me, like this tufted rug someone named Nia made for me. It's a not safe for work 18+ orange that I drew in one of my zines. If you're not familiar with it, it looks like this, and it just has a bunch of naughty fruits in it that I drew. Nia liked it so much that she made this as a surprise for me, and yes, I cried. I also keep my favorite zines up here for display. Here's a zine I was commissioned to make for the singer Mac DeMarco in 2021, and as far as all the other zines on the wall, I basically just use double-sided tape to display all these zines and letters that you guys send me, which I know won't work for everyone, but that's just what I do. I also have this clear display thing I got from Daiso for $1, and this display thingy, I could just put a zine on here. I put the Mac DeMarco zines on here, but if I want to change that, I could easily display something else on these, so I think those are really cool too. In order to keep the zines closed and flat on the walls, I used paper clips to shut them. This is really convenient because they're lightweight, and when you look at the zines from a distance, you can't see the paper clip, and so it has like a clean, organized look that I like. I also keep some zines in this little Target cart because, I mean, come on, look at this thing, it's so cute. It's 100% non-essential. This is 100% not something I'm saying that you have to buy to store your zines, but it's just a fun thing that I like, and the size is perfect for zines. I keep bigger zines in the main part of the cart, and the baby seat has a collection of mini zines. And I bought this from Target for around $20, and it actually came with a bunch of mini food and Starbucks cups, but I took those out in order to use the cart in this way. I've been thinking about painting it, but then sometimes I like looking over and seeing this Target cart in my living room, so I don't know, I might just keep it this way. Okay, and as for zines that I sell in my shop, I keep those away from all my other zines that I trade or give out for free. So I actually store these in these clear dressers that I bought from Target for I think $16 a piece. They're pretty empty right now, I have to restock, but usually I keep them filled with all the zines that I sell. I like that I can see through it, so it makes it easier for me when I'm working. I also have colorful storage bins that I bought from Michael's for $20-ish, I believe, and I like to store mini zines in here and the zines that come with other stuff like stickers and buttons. I like these bins, however, they do come off their tracks a lot, so if you buy these, just try to keep that in mind. They're really finicky and I can deal with it, but I know other people may need something more reliable, so it's really up to you and your personal preferences with this one. I bought this wooden magazine rack from cleardisplays.com. I don't remember the price because this is another thing I've just had for a really long time now. I originally bought it to use at craft markets, but the way that I set up my booth now has changed, so I keep this magazine rack in my room where I display some zines. It can fit a lot, so if you don't mind having a bit of a crowded look, this is a great way to keep zines organized or displayed. I don't have a particular system of which zines go where, so I really like this. I like how you can see the zines, but it doesn't really matter to me if each cover is 100% visible because it's my display, I know it's there. So a bright side of me having this is it can be taken apart where all the wooden pieces lay flat, so this is another display display that is super convenient for transporting. It's not too heavy either, and I like that I could just throw it in a tote bag and throw it over my shoulder. Using yarn and clips is another great way that I love to display my zines, specifically mini zines. I tape some yarn onto the shelf and then I use little clips to hang some zines I frequently like to reread. The clip is awesome because it displays the zine, but if I want to read it, I can easily take it down. It preserves the zine too, since I'm not using tape or anything permanent to display it, and it makes all the zines really easy to access. This is really cute to me because when friends come over, they could go through this just like my Zine Shrine and expose themselves to more zines. It's also interchangeable, so say I want to display some newer zines, I can just take these down, store them somewhere else, and hang up the new zines. And the last way that I like to display and store my zines is just by being absolutely chaotic. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm this completely organized, put together person that needs every zine in their place in order. I mean, ideally, I would like that because I have a difficult time with like change. I like to keep everything in its place, but what I mean by being like chaotic is that wherever the zines are, they may look chaotic to someone else, but it makes sense to me. Don't get me wrong, I am a very organized person, but I'm chaotically organized. Like, I know where everything is, but it may not make sense to anyone else because this is my place. Like, I have this one mini zine I just randomly keep on the floor by my bathroom. I don't know why. I really like the zine. It's just there and I like it there. If anyone were to come into my apartment and move it, I would immediately know and lose my shit because that's where I like that zine, okay? I have zines all over the place. Some are in the kitchen, some are in my room on the shelves, some hang over my bookshelf in the living room, some exist on the floor. They're everywhere. And this is not to say that they're not important and that's why they're all over the place. They all matter to me, but it's just that's what happens if you're a zine maker or you collect zines. I probably leave traces of zines everywhere I go too. Like, so when you collect zines and you make zines, I mean, if you're just really into it, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it or how short you've been doing it, your environment will just reflect that. You'll just have zines in your environment. That's just my life and probably your life as a zine maker. You'll just have zines up the ass. All right, so that's how I do my thing. That's how I display and store all of my zines. My methods of storing and displaying and organizing my zines may change over time, so this is just what I do now, and I hope that some of the ways that I do this or, you know, keep my zines help you because maybe you were looking for a way to store and display your zines. I hope that a lot of the ways that I do it are practical for you. I know some of them may not be, like being chaotic and messy and the Target cart. I know that won't work for everyone, but you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe it may inspire something else in you. Like maybe it'll give you an idea to organize your zines. I don't know, but hopefully you guys like this video. Thank you, Outly, for asking me to make this. I thought this was a really fun way to show you guys my zine collection and how I store and display everything. If you guys have a interesting way of displaying your zines, please leave a comment down below because it may help somebody else. You never know, someone may need inspiration to how to
you want that you had
on how to organize their collection, and I definitely read all the comments and you guys give really good ideas. Like every video the comments are just like, you guys blow me away with what you guys say about zines. So anyway, if you feel comfortable sharing how you personally organize all of your zines, please feel free to leave a comment. I hope that you had fun watching this video and that you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.